Oh. Why, hello there, people. Welcome to the progress update of Stampy's Giant World. I am here near the new bedroom. I'm going to be joined by.
Making my way. I fell. I'm behind
You
you.
fell.
Hi.
Oh, wow. He's there. It's
Hey.
Ben.
Hi.
No. Hi. So, yeah, I've got quite a lot of things to show because I haven't done a progress update on this world since about July. So, yeah, I did take a break in between. I'm not going to deny. Those are supposed to be item frames. We're just going to ignore how blocky they are for now and weird. But yeah, so this is the new bedroom. I might as well walk because it gives you a sense of the feel of it. And let's pop our way up the stairs. Hop, 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 hop. How fun! And then up here we can truly get the sense of how poor little Barnaby feels down here, as he will just be looking through the window to his possible death if someone smashes the window and he gets curious. Yeah.
Okay.
So pretty much the bedroom is complete. It looks somewhat normal when you're about this high, actually, to be fair. So that is that. I thought I'd show that, considering I wanted to start there. So I'm going to try and show this stuff in order because that makes a lot of sense. So I was following in order of Rex's tutorials, but I decided against that because I just want to have fun. And also, a lot of this stuff won't be here in the future because this is going to be a giant world easy start. I have spoken to Rex in DMs about this because he asked about the world. He is chill with me actually doing it. So for anyone that is going to assume that I'm copying or taking credit for a certain project, please do not put your money where your mouth is and actually think before you speak, because yeah, people can just annoy me in the comments. So just thought I'd put that out there. So yeah, here is the giant Polly's house. I think I can't actually remember who did this because this was back in June this was built. I don't actually think I did show this though. I didn't actually show it off. But yeah, this was back in June this was built on the day of my A-level Braille exam. So there's a fun fact for you. So I've got obviously the sofa in here, just quite a generally nice room. The world is now on Java, if you didn't know, because pretty much world edit. Bedrock is absolutely, I'm going to say it, cancer when it comes to slash fill. It is genuinely terrible. It is honestly one of the worst things that they have ever implemented because it's just so unamicable to use. It's barely sustainable. So yeah, that's why we're on Java, because Java actually is okay when it comes to, well, it's not okay, it's awesome when it comes to world edit. If you have enough memory on your server, well, that it will actually kill it. So that's why. I might as well quickly show the basement. So yeah, down here we have. There's no contraptions because I feel like whatever was down here may be gone now, and also because I feel like a lot of the stuff is kind of temporary, so it's kind of a lot of effort for something that I'm not 100% sure of that you haven't shown in about a year. So I mean, I could build that and he could show it within like, I don't know, well, like the door design, within like the next episode, and then yeah. So of course this is the bedroom. The plant pots are absolutely hideous, but we deep it, we move on. There is the closet there, which you know, I know a couple people would love to come out of it. Gay jokes be like, not that I am, but you know, because they are jokes. I am missing the like the seat thing up here. I just realized, but I'll add that in at some point. Yeah, this is obviously the top section of Polly's house, so looking pretty nice. I do like the birch door design. I don't know, it's just something about it that I like. Doesn't it look good then?
Yeah, he looks alright, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's actually decent. I have tried to make my own designs with this world. So, for example, I can't find the example I'm looking for. Torches, right? Now this isn't me having a go at any. Okay, who's done that as a torch? That's really not fun. Oh yeah, that's fine because it's on the fence, isn't it? Yeah, I thought that was part of the torch. So Rex, when he did Giant World, did them as like oak blocks with shroom lights on top, and this isn't any disrespect, but I thought that looked kind of ugly, hideous, disgusting, whatever you call it. And so A good friend of mine who actually has been a friend of Stampy's for a while, Take Your Shirt 12, has been on this world. The guy that made the Stampy's Paradise Hunger Games map and a lot of the maps that Stampy played, Take Your Shirt 12, being on this world, not on Java, but on console, and he was like, yeah, why don't you just do the torches like this? And he's honestly a legend, and yeah, so he won't be watching more than likely, but thank you! Yeah, whilst I'm here, I have done all of the paths around this area. All the torches are good. Everything is fine. I've double checked from videos and episodes and all that. You've obviously seen the theatre before, but there's a good pan of it. So this is the sort of area. Also, thank you to my friend Flyers Gamer. My bad, I'm having hiccups because he's hosting this on a server that allows for 32 chunk render distance. Charles was hosting this on his server before, but he wanted it for his personal use for other projects he's got, which I can understand, given that it is his server. But yeah, those trees are in. This area has been filled in for the airport, which I did this by myself when the world was still on Bedrock. The torches are all in here as well. They're kind of difficult to see because of the scale. The next thing I want to show is Harriet's Hill. Now, as you can see, this is not correct. It's not actually fully accurate. It is. Everything up to that point is fine. However, I've still got to extend the pond, figure out what I'm going to do with Coral and all the other details, especially Dottel's house in there. So quite a lot of restructuring to do to make it more accurate, I guess. But yeah, you obviously have down here the first cave. So I missed the stair. That was not fun. Yeah, so first cave's in here. There will be carrots there, but I feel like the designs of crops is kind of hideous in my opinion for this sort of scale. The furnace design, if anyone wants this, take note once again. Shout out to Take Your Shirt 12 for that design. Yeah. And then of course the bed here and then the chest. I did use Rex's chest design because I think it's actually probably pretty decent for designs that you could use. And also, real quick, another design that I did use, just going back to the bedroom, I made my own for the lanterns. I'm not sure if I'm happy with it, but I do think that the frog light there does provide a pretty nice sort of block for it, for what it needs. I still got to add the fences on these stairs here, and I did start the extension to the house, which I see somebody over here has also been working on a little bit more. I haven't actually seen, but whoever did that, GG's, W. Up here we have the trees for Harriet's Hill. Got to check these. Everything may not be 100% because I took a break from the project, and pretty much I've got to go back through and literally check pretty much everything that is not a part of the house, because even the house, actually, there's some updates. But yeah, this is, of course, Harriet's house. I'm not sure about the cakes. They may be there, they may not. Who knows? There's the lever to open up to get down into here, which is, of course, the hat shop where Harriet would be here, but likes to wander around the world because it's always nice to stretch your legs a little bit, unlike Harrison, who is confined to looking at his own eyebrows in the midst of his own home. But yeah, that's Harriet's house. Now, I was going to show something whilst I was around here, but I completely have blanked. I'm sure it'll come back to me. Let's go over here to the luxury barn, which this will be gone for the purposes of the Giant World Easy Start, but I thought it might be just cool as a good thing to kind of show you guys if you are curious about it. So this is it, pretty much. Yeah, looking quite nice, and I think it turned out well because everything is kind of blocky. I'm pretty sure Matthew built this back around the summertime when I was finishing off at my old college, and I was spending a lot of time with people who I knew I'd never see again. So yeah, shout out to Matthew and Harry who worked hard on this. I think the involvement I had was I did the interior of it. The farm factory. Now this is a pain because it's painful in every single aspect. Therefore, I've decided that that is going to be a project for the future when I feel like I have a lot more commitment in terms of other people and just motivation for this project of the farm factory, because it's a project in itself. If you see the size of this thing, it's definitely more sizey than everything else. I haven't done the balloon, but I'm not going to do that now because it's going to be an easy start. But yeah, here is the rocket ship. Now, this big shout out to Flyers Gamer. Apart from what he did on the outside, I did the rest of this completely myself. There was a big phase where I went through and just did everything all on my lonesome because I just preferred it. Like, it's just easiest for me to do that sometimes. But yeah, here it is. There's no item frames or all of that fun stuff. It's just literally the regular rocket now. No aliens. This room's quite boring though. He's taking all that stuff out. Actually, let's go down first because I feel like down's going to be a better direction to go. Plus, it's fun to just go wee. So yeah, here's the engine room. There's a button down there. Apparently, that's what that's supposed to be. And then the sign, which yeah, that's fun. So pretty much engine room. I think everything did turn out as good as it could really turn out here. You can definitely tell what it is if you are a Stampy fan. And if you can't tell what it is, then you are either being sarcastic or you are not a Stampy fan. Pretty much. So here's obviously the little like lounge section, and I thought there was like an error there. Might have to check some of these designs because I think I've updated a couple now. The beds, yeah, still pretty much the same as they are everywhere else. And then a little table here. Pressure plates obviously kind of a little bit out of proportion because of the scale. In fact, I need to change these to stone slabs if you wouldn't mind doing that whilst I'm showing this off, because I just realised that they would need to be. That would be nice, Ben. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you. Do you have anything else to input whilst we're kind of going on? Because I don't want you to feel like you're being outspoken.
No, I'm fine.
Cool,
Nothing
cool.
really much to add.
Hey, would you look at that? We have the Funland Melon tree tutorial out.
Yep, I was just about to say that.
Hey, Rex, if you're watching, you are officially in the past, and well done. That sounds really bad out of context. This is the brewing stand design. Once again, this is all right. And then of course up here is the actual driving area, which you can see some stuff out there. Oh, that's gonna be fun to get to. Oh my, I didn't realize you could actually see all that from here. Okay, well, like I said, we got a lot to get through, and I've just got to remember what order everything was done in, so that's fun. So that's the rocket. Pretty cool build. Took a very long time. Massive shout out to Harry, who literally came in clutch because Rex messed up in his tutorial, which it happens. Don't get me wrong, but when you're building something giant or just in general something that is going to be a big monstrosity, it really helps when you've got somebody that knows what they're doing. So pretty much, I was like, Harry, Rex has just messed up on this, and I need to refix it. Not to mention adding all those flipping fences in. So I was just like, can somebody just help me? So I was like, yeah, sure. So came in, did it all. What a legend. That's pretty much it for this sort of general area. I don't believe, actually. I think this is around the time. Oh no! I think I realized I did forget something. I did. It is the boat shop. The flying in this world is so slow. It really is. There's another little sneak glimpse as to what's over there. And guys, don't think we've jumped the gun, okay? I have checked everything in this world, double, triple checked, like major lengths. Everything is correct. I would not let anything slide if it wasn't, so don't worry about it, guys. But here is the boat shop. I really like this shop. In general, I feel like there are a couple of improvements that I would make to it. But just looking at it in this world, it does really give this sort of open vibes. You can see up there to the rocket. Like, I do like the sort of open ambience of the actual building itself and how it does feel. I like this side, how it's got that door over here, and then I need to work on that. boat thing out here. I'm not doing underwater terrain. You'd have to be mad to think I am doing that. I've got to fix some of the stuff from the latest update video that Rex did because, yeah, there's some torches and some trees that need fixing. Me and Flyers grinded out on this terrain around the same time of me building like the rocket, and took quite a while to do. And as well as like this terrain here, yeah, you wouldn't have seen this actually because I haven't showed this world for a good while. But yeah, there it is. That's all the terrain. There's some stuff coming around here, but I'm not going to show that yet because the next thing I have to show is back over at the house. So we're going to fly, which is going to take a very long time to do, but oh well. It's that, the big grey blob in the sky, the UFO, which I had a bit of a help from my friend Dragon Fox because he started helping. Then he went into one of his worlds to design some stuff. So I finished this off. I did this in like a few hours actually. The inside actually killed me so much. Just figuring out all these designs that I would have to do because there's some blocks that I don't think I'd actually done before. Like the rails down there, for example, they were quite tedious to do. I think it turned out okay. I really do. Then the next thing, you guys aren't going to believe what the next thing is. And I didn't either. Honestly, I didn't believe my own kind of inhibition when I just realized what the next thing is that I have to show you guys, because the next thing that I have to show you guys is completely out of this world. Actually, no, that's not the next thing. It's one of them. It's one of them. It's one of them. But it's over here. I sincerely apologize for completely screwing up on living and sanity-driven tasks. It is the Underground Love Garden. Now, the room itself was done, but we don't have the glowstones. I just realized. But because of the way the Bedrock Xbox One Edition floor was Bedrock, we had the walls and everything here done, but the floor was just not right. So I got to add those glowstones in at some point. But yeah, oh,
yeah, it does that.
Yeah. So, the flowers are in. Everything is here. The signs like to the correct row and what Stampy actually has. I'll update this as it kind of goes. Thanks to Harry for helping with this, who nearly cut half the world off and tried to blame me for it because of a world edit command that went a bit awry. But you know, so yeah, that's that. And down here we have the Nether room. Now this was such a clutch build. And I will explain why. I don't know if you've seen this build, have you, Ben? The Nether room.
I've seen it.
Yeah. So down here, if we look at the Y coordinate, which as you can see is -62, the actual build depth is around 63, then yeah, because you can't really build below that. So pretty much, if this build was one block lower, A, the gravel wouldn't have been able to fit, so this would have all been missing. And B, neither would the lava. So lava, you're lucky because you can only see one layer thick of it because it's just like a full sort of texture. So you would think that is actually 3 blocks under there. However, it came in such a clutch moment when I realized that it would still be able to fit with something under it. So yeah, the Nether portal is that. I'm not going to go through because I think it's a bit of a mess in there from all the conversions. So we deep it, we move on. And the next thing we're going to show is what I attempted to show before, but kind of just, yeah, went a little bit ahead of myself on, is out here. Now, as you can see by all this terrain, you can probably assume what I'm about to show you. And by the way, let me just say, the terrain for the lake, which I will show in a bit more detail, was done entirely by me. I did every inch of that terrain. And I'm not like saying that so I can take credit for anyone else. I literally did the whole thing. So yeah, down here we obviously have the cake machine. Drastic helped a bit on this project as well down here. So I couldn't really do the fire because it would just burn all the black all around. So we just kind of left it like that. The water in here, I did this because you can obviously still access this if you broke a block or two, so that's all in. You've got the whatever the weather machine, quite an interesting build, as well as the teleporter, which yeah, it's a bit too big to teleport people, so yeah, I think we're a bit too small for the teleportation to work. It feels like that in this world, doesn't it? So yeah, over here we obviously have like all of the. I think I'm missing a lamp over there. I feel like I am. I'll check. We have all of the sort of chests, and they don't have contents, of course, because that would be kind of stupid to do for this size of a thing. We have the TV in there, and then more chests and furnaces and whatnot. And then here would be the panic room, but of course it doesn't work because I wouldn't be able to fit it with the scale. But yeah, we have the time machine, and same kind of issue. It wouldn't be able to fit, so I used one of the techniques I saw from around like Hermitcraft, I think, where you layer up the glass and it gives that sort of effect where it just kind of transitions into the color. Yeah, the fog effect. Because of course there are portals down there, so it's still kind of that purpley mystical glow. I honestly, I think it's kind of better than the actual, if you really think about it that way.
No.
Now, the terrain. The terrain. If we come up here, it is kind of difficult to see. But yeah, this is all in. I did this all by my lonesome. It took a very long time. It didn't take more than a day, but it did take a few hours. It was between 2 days. I started it one night and finished it after I finished college one day. So that was that. Then you've got this sort of area that goes down in here as well, which everything did line up perfectly, which is always good. Not doing the slime farm. That's just not going to happen. I haven't done the new doghouse yet because that is quite a sizey project. Now the next thing I have to show is the path down here because did it all. I haven't marked out. I did mark out the pier, but I haven't done like any of the dark oak that kind of overhangs because yeah, kind of unnecessary to do. Still got to do the river, which I will do all that terrain probably at some point soon. And all these paths over here that have been marked out. Ben did help with a couple of things, such as over around here. No, not here. Sorry, the next row.
It was over here, yeah.
Yes, with the markings for the hotel and the school and some of these. I did have to extend, I think, the pharmacy path, wherever that is. Maybe yeah, over here. I think yeah, because you had it 3 and it's obviously 4 blocks, and then I was going to do all these, but I wanted to start the next major thing, which is the Funland. Now, I will explain this thing up here first because I know people are going to be curious. But real quick, I double checked, I triple checked, I quadruple checked this path here, so I could jump the gun and do it. It is correct. It is correct. I promise you. And you'll know it's correct in a few minutes with what I'm about to show you and how it all lines up. But mainly, first over here, how I do the street lamps. Now, I think this is quite ingenious, and I don't know how it'll work on Bedrock when it gets converted back over, if the game will crash and burn on me, or if it'll like it. So I did each street lamp facing a opposite direction. Now, the reason why is because it makes it easier for world editing and copying it. So I could just come here, place a block, then world edit, and then just like go down to the bottom inside of the lamp, and then just like break out the 2 in here, and then just copy it. And then it copies the position, and then I could just paste it on the path where the lamp faces in that specific direction. So the only thing that's a bit of a thing about this is, I'm going to get a debug stick and sort that out actually, is the fact that these bottom sections over here sometimes don't edit in, so that's got like this sort of, imagine that would have like the hole going through that bit where the glowstone would be. So that's the only real issue with that is currently problematic, but as you can see, everything is kind of going well. Torches that I can actually get that are easy to get, I've been doing. There's an outpost over there, which I'll have to literally rip out. But that's always fun. I did this all in a live stream about a week or so ago. So you guys can see me doing this entire plot. There was an error, which I realized was because of that path. What would it be? That one there with ground controllers, because I messed up one of the lamp placements, but it is correct. I'm not going to make any more of those errors like that again because it's not worth making that size of error. But yeah, we've got, of course, the path that goes to the cook me a dish, and I've still got to do like this sort of plot where all the lamps would go in here for this size area. So that's going to be a fun project. And another thing that has been a fun project are these things over here. Now I will show you this one actually. See as we're here. But yeah, so pretty much down over in here we have the melon trees. Now, big shout out to a couple people for this, such as Harry, who spent a long time today making sure that all this was connected. Harry has been a major help, as well as Flyers and Hooded, and Ben as well, who was here yesterday. There is one more thing I do have to, two more things I have to show once I've showed this, so that's fun. But yeah, I think Charles also came on yesterday and helped with a few things on this as well. So this is all here in its integrity where it is, and then yeah, we just expanded it. So pretty much goes all the way down. It is quite a long flight, but we are approaching the finale, which is, of course, over here where the main tree sort of room is. And good job on Harry, you added these like ladders in, so you can kind of, if you fall down here, it's not too much of a burden. You can just hop your way out. So thanks, Harry, for the consideration. I will show the other tree in a minute. We did do that. But yeah, I've started the tree over here from Rex's tutorial. Ben did actually help a bit with this when the world was on bedrock, was just filling in some of the blocks and like the dimensions that I marked out, and he would just sort of just fill in where they needed to be. So pretty nice view so far from here. Render distance definitely helps with that. And now for the next tree, which I can just Geronimo myself down into the bottom. And then the next tree I have to show is it's a bit of a longer flight, but I will fly down it nonetheless because it's quite fun. So down we go. I'll quickly show that section in a bit more detail. But yeah, it is here. Harry did like the entrance over there as well as like this track, and then did around like 98% of the one for the Funland. We've just got to do the entrance bit. So Harry, if you're watching, major thanks for doing that. And then yeah, if we fly the whole way down here, it's loading in. You can see it. 32 chunk render distance is actually not too bad, which is always good because you can see what the heck we're looking at ahead of us. So yeah, there's this area down here. The chest is there. I did kind of cheat and just fill that in with oak because obviously you can still open that and someone's done a chest content. I guess
that was me.
Me. Ben and his contents. There's again. Now this is the next thing I want to show, which is spawn. Now, me and Charles have been absolutely decimating this place. We literally just I did this side over here, like trying to get everything to connect up because we had an oopsie in one of his live streams where it didn't. So everything is now in and connected. And now Charles is being like terrain pro and just kind of going around and adding all this stuff. I don't know. It's just crazy, this place, isn't it? I think he did a live stream as of there recording it where he started a couple of stuff on here as well, which I will go ahead and show. The bridge is also in. So that's always good. We got the giant bridge with, from a certain angle, everything does look quite normal, actually. Like, there is a point where it's like, oh my god, this doesn't look giant. But then you see the flowers and certain little subtle things. It's like, Yes. Now, the final thing that I have to show is what we literally did about 5 minutes before me finished recording. About 5 minutes before me recording the video, I couldn't get my words out there, which was started by Charles, which is Googly Island. So it kind of just connects nicely to the underwater train there, and it's all accurate to how it is, which is good. Still got to finish the path going around, and then I can actually do like the shoreline for this over here, which is the only thing.
Done.
Oh, that's fun. We haven't even finished. It's just that little bit. But yeah, the actual terrain parts itself are good. Ben is now hurrying to disguise the fatal error in our calculations. It's not even finished. You still got these two. You're trapped.
Finished.
Yes, now it's finished. So yeah, this is all as accurate as it is, and it's in its entire glory. So shout out to Charles for starting this. Shout out to Ben for coming in clutch and helping grind on this. We've also got like the little pond areas down here where the track for Toy Town will go, like that.
Yeah,
so
this track design here.
Yeah, nice. That's cool. It's crazy if you're walking in a thick area at a certain height. It looks so crazy than on the ground. But yeah, that's all of it. I think. Yeah, that's everything. Can you think of anything that I may have missed?
No, not from my head. No.
Well, that's always good because that shows that I've done a good job at showing everything. If you guys did enjoy, I'm going to end off here on the sign because it's a sign of a good time. No pun intended. If you guys did enjoy the video and you like the updates, please do show your support and smash the like button and subscribe. If you're already subscribed to the channel, thank you very much. And also, if you want to see more updates, put down in the comments. I'm in the process of working on a Discord server, like a proper official one for my channel. I have one between me and Harry and a couple other people, but I want to make an actual channel members sort of, well, not members, but channel subscribers sort of Discord. So that's going to be coming in the pipeline soon. Shout out to Ben, Charles, Harry, Flyers, Hooded, Dragon, Drastic, whoever has helped on this world or seen it in its state. Thank you very much. And I will end off this video by saying I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.